You may not can tell, I have been crying, and I do not cry very often. I would say like once every couple of months, but today's been a rough day.
This week was an interesting one. I get several clients under contract. I almost reached my breaking point and really had a breakthrough at the end here. And there's a couple of funny moments, of course. Let's see what this week in the life of a realtor looks like. All right, we closed on the mobile home, so let's load it up and let's go get that key. Don't look at the code.
I can't see the box.
Well, I don't trust you.
I wouldn't either.
Need to find another house to put it up at. I really like the couple that bought it. They needed something they could buy for cash because they're living on, Social Security. And I don't know, I just feel really good about it. I didn't get to get my washer and dryer like I wanted. Got a washing machine in here and a dryer. Almost every property that I buy, I steal the washing machine. It's like my thing, but I told Brandon, I was like, it just makes me feel good because I know they needed it and I want them to have like a good working something, or instead of them having to go buy it, They've already invited me to come see it once they get everything moved in and done, so yeah, it's done. We made a quick pit stop at home. We had a little bite to eat. Tidied the house up just a little bit. We've got guests coming over tonight. I put on pants because it's cold out here. And now we are headed to Elizabeth's softball game. And I got my computer. One of my buyers, we had his inspection done yesterday. We got the report back in like either late last night or early this morning, one of those two things. So I haven't had a chance to look over it, and he's asking me what I think. So I'm gonna look at that on the way there so I can get back to him and I can type up an amendment to address concerns and get all of that going. And I just got a message from the agent that we submitted an offer, the one that's in multiple bidding wars and had all the offers, and obviously she's working on our offer because she said, hey, do you think the lender could get that financing contingency down to 15 days? You're dang right we could. Like, what do we got to do to win this? We can do just about anything. Okay, so we submitted that offer for Molly. It had multiple offers on it. I just got a kind of verbal counter. They said, can we get her financial contingency down to 15 days? Meaning she would be like completely verified, good to go within 15 days.
I'll have the key by Friday.
Okay. Brandon, you're gonna make me puke. We are here at the fields. Colton is playing his t-ball game. Me and Caroline hanging out. We've got like all the family. I gotta run home, follow up on some of my contracts, and then we've got our next game, which is Elizabeth. You're a great caller, girl. We are under contract. Yes, we beat out multiple offers, got it on point. So I'm super excited. They counter offered just a couple of smaller terms that really, weren't that big deal. We could definitely make that happen. My client is so excited. She said that she felt like she was gonna throw up, which is always a good thing to hear. Not throwing up, because I'm not encouraging bulimia, but that she's that excited and that's what she's going on. So pumped about that. Looking through this inspection report for my buyer, and it's really not bad. There's only a couple of big issues. I'm about to email back him, let him know what I think of this. The good thing about this is he was very realistic. Like, he's buying a very old home, and he was super realistic on, it wasn't going to be a perfect home, and he was only going to go after the things that were like absolutely necessary. So we had this on, RIP to these cute pants, because they ain't happening anymore. So now we're just rocking our onesie out with girlfriend. And she keeps saying bye, mommy, because she sees those pancakes right there. So I'm trying to distract. Mission on. Okay, spin, ready, spin. Can GDD, are you gonna give GDD your snacks since he played T-ball?
Yeah. Run.
So tonight, our good friends, Kara and Nathan, are coming over. In case you didn't know, we bought a house from the 1980s. Really nice house. It's just stuck in the 80s. So we need to do our best to renovate it, get it brought back into at least this century. Kara has an eye for a design. I sold her home for her over at Micah Court, and it was gorgeous. So luckily she's my friend, and she's coming over helping me pick out colors, design things, and tonight we're gonna look at shower walls and decide what would look best to go with my shower scene. Okay, so I have had this listing under contract since February. It's a cash deal. This should be a very quick closing, but not so fast. There were some deed issues, and I have been trying to help the attorney track down the people that signed the deed, but for all purposes we could find, he's dead. However, after doing a little research, we found somebody with the same last name that was from a similar area, so we're hoping that it could connect. I couldn't get her to respond, so I sent her a letter and threw her a gift card, hoping that she would respond to me and give me some answers. And sure enough, she does. Looks like we're on our way to closing.
So we got, Molly's under contract. We're in her due diligence ends today. The rule of thumb is it ends at 11:59. We wrote up an amendment for concerns. We didn't add a whole lot of things in there, and they have countered back. We asked there was water coming in under the house. So we asked for that to be, treated, and they've countered back to just give us money in lieu of that, but it's not enough money to cover the whole thing. So now I need to go in there and talk to Molly about it, and then obviously we're gonna have to come back and negotiate that because you might not can tell, I have been crying, and I do not cry very often. I would say like once every couple of months, but today's been a rough day. I just came back from that trip, like excited to implement things, but just so overwhelmed with everything. And I've got a deal that's falling apart. Like I'm waiting right now to see if they're going to accept it. We've been back and forth trying to negotiate these terms. Like my buyer paid a good offer over asking, and we found an issue that's like an expensive fix, a $6,800 fix, and the seller, doesn't want to pay for it. She wants to split it, and my buyer doesn't want to. So I'm like on the verge of this deal falling apart because today's the end of due diligence. It's 8:32 and due diligence ends at 11:59, and my butt's not staying up that late. Like I'll send a termination before then. I'm about to call it for the day, wait on this offer. I mean, I've got to wait on that because I've got to either terminate or we've got to lower the price, one of two things. Every time I hear a ding, I'm like, oh gosh, is that it? Or they let me know that, I don't know, I think we're gonna. She agreed to the closing cost.
Nice.
Now I want to cry again because I'm just so relieved that, oh my gosh, I'm just super emotional right now. That's such good news. Whew, thank you, Lord. And I prayed about it, man, I just feel like instantly better. I literally have the termination typed up and signed because I thought that was what it was coming to, and it's not. So have you guys ever had those days where you just want to maybe go back to bed and start over or something? Because that's kind of been my day. We're just unraveling. And I just really embarrassed myself. I don't even want to tell everybody what's going on. I might as well just bring it to light. And this is why this is Brandon's job, and he should have done this instead of me, and then this wouldn't have happened. But I just set up an HVAC inspection on a house that doesn't have an HVAC.
Hey, excuse me, ma'am. I've looked everywhere and there's no HVAC out here.
That's because there's not an HVAC. And now I've got to call everybody and let them know, just kidding, that was April Fool's, except in the middle of April.
This week was an exciting one. I had several clients get under contract. I literally almost reached my breaking point and was in tears, but thankfully everything is still on track. Just don't ask me if there's an HVAC at this house.